Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back to another Initial Focus video, and today we're taking a look at the Rokin bit charge. So the Apple AirPods have been out for some time, and while some major people got their hands on to review them early and people are slowly starting to get them as shipments go out, it is still slow moving with those. So I wanted to see if there was a awesome alternative. I've seen some pretty cheap options, but I wanted to see something that is comparable in price that may give a comparable experience for those people who don't want to wait, or maybe the EarPod shape just doesn't fit your ear, so you want an alternative to where you can have different sizes in the headset piece. So the Rokin wireless earbuds actually come in a couple different options to buy. This, like I said, is the bit charge, which comes with the 2 wireless headphones, as well as the case that you charge it in is actually a 2100 milliamp battery as well. So you can obviously charge the headphones quite a number of times, or you can even plug in on the bottom a USB port to charge a phone or tablet. But if you don't care for that extra battery space, you still can get the nice aluminum charger with the 2 wireless earbuds for about 20 bucks less. And if you just want one of these to act as a earpiece for, one ear music and phone calls and things like that, you can even buy the individual earbuds without any chargers, fancy case, just the earbud itself, for pretty much half the price, even more. And of course, all of these will be linked down in the description below if you find these interesting and want to pick some up for yourself. But let's get into the actual review now and what I think about them after a couple weeks of use. These are actually the wireless headphones I did bring to CES, so I have put them through their paces, and I'm confident in the review that I'm about to give of them. And well, I'm kind of disappointed, to be honest. In terms of sound quality, as you guys may know, I'm not the biggest audiophile ever, so I'm not going to go into super tech specs about sound quality and things like that. They sound okay, honestly. For 130 bucks, I think they're kind of not the best sounding, but this is my first experience with completely wireless headphones. But if you're used to wired or having a wire just around the back, you can get a lot better sound quality for less. Heck, I've got Michelle a pair for like 25 bucks and they sound even better than this. The other downfall with sound quality is latency. Of course, if you're just listening to music, you click play, everything seems fine. But when I'm watching a video, for example, there's about a half a second, maybe less, of latency, and that may not sound like a lot, but basically what that means is you're watching a video that is about half a second or a quarter of a second faster than the actual amount of time it takes to get to your ears. So everything is completely out of sync, and honestly, I ended up grabbing just the basic wireless earpods that my phone came with because I got really annoyed anytime I was listening to video. In terms of fitness, it's obviously a hit or miss. These types of headphones actually never fit in my ears. EarPods, believe it or not, are the only headphones that really stay in my ears. So that's why I've always been a fan of them. But these do come with a couple different sizes of earbuds. So if the ones that they come on don't fit, you have a couple different sizes that you can try on. These stayed pretty well in my ear, but they actually did fall out a couple of times. Some of the times when I was walking through the airports and I almost lost one of the earbuds, so that's not fun. But if you're used to these types of earbuds, they'll probably fit in your ears just fine. Build quality is pretty solid. Of course, the case it comes with is all aluminum, so that gives it a good feel, but the actual earbuds, I'm guessing, are some type of plastic. They have a little bit of weight to give them a premium feel, but obviously they can't be too heavy or else they definitely will fall out of your ear. One of my first gripes with them, however, is the fact that in order to turn them on, play, pause, there's an actual little button you need to press, and you have to press it kind of hard for it to do anything. So for example, turning it on and turning them off, you have to press and hold for 3 seconds. So you're really pushing them into your ears pretty harshly, and it kind of is a bit uncomfortable. Now once these are in your ears, they pretty much completely block out all sound. Kind of sounds like you're underwater or you're hearing everything behind a wall. Now if you're looking for noise cancellation, this is pretty good, but a lot of times people wear these completely wireless earbuds all day long and they want to be able to hear things like traffic or people talking to them, and these pretty much are cutting everything out. So depends what you're looking for. It could be a pro or a con. For me, I wanted to wear them a lot and found that I couldn't, just because I couldn't hear anything else around me. Now once you do turn them on, it tells you which is a left or a right channel, which I found incredibly annoying, the fact that they weren't marked, because the reason is when you pair them, depending on which one takes the stronger signal, that is the left channel, which is where the voice comes from for phone calls. And so I don't know if it changes each time. I've tried to figure out the pattern, but basically when you turn them on and pair them to your phone, it decides which is the main channel, the left channel, and then which one's going to be the right channel. So half the time I put them in and then my right ear tells me it's the left channel, so I have to take them out and switch them, and it's incredibly frustrating. And it's also hard because I've seen all these videos about how the AirPods pair and the fact that you just open the case, go to your iPhone, hit connect, and it's done. And these are actually listed as two separate Bluetooth devices in your list, so you have to make sure both are connected, because sometimes I've had where one just turns off, so boom, there goes the right channel, so now I'm just hearing music in my left, or vice versa. I've also found that they pretty much don't automatically connect at all. I always have to go into my Bluetooth settings and make sure I tap to connect both devices. I don't know if this is normal for these types of headphones, but I'm kind of used to, or I was expecting to at least, be able to pretty much turn them on by holding for 3 seconds, and then within, I'm not that crazy of half a second, but 5 seconds or so to automatically connect. And if I hit play on my music player of choice, it would automatically start playing. And I found that both on iOS and testing on my Google Pixel, both incredibly lagged, and I had to go into the settings to manually connect, which was, again, very annoying. In the end, to be honest, I am pretty disappointed in these headphones. I would have expected an experience like this for something maybe $50 or less, but for anything over $100, within $30 of what people call crazy Apple price for the AirPods, I am pretty disappointed in what my experience was. And I honestly was pretty surprised, because I did quite a bit of research before looking and choosing a company to go with for a AirPod alternative. And these had some pretty raving reviews, and they seem like a pretty decently sized company on top. So let me know down in the comments below if you guys have tried these out, if you planned on picking them up, and if my decision on whether or not I'm disappointed in them has had any effect on your decision to look at these as well. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.